Hello and welcome to a marathon training. And I said vlog, it is a vlog. It doesn't sound right saying vlog. If you're new here, my name is Laura, and on this channel I am talking about leveling up my life in a few different ways. A lot of like just basic stuff, and I don't mean like your high functioning leveling up, I mean like just being a little bit better. And part of that is going to be me deciding to run another marathon. So I have mentioned in the previous video that I have run a marathon before. I'm just going to get comfy because this is going to be a bit of a chatty intro. I have run London Marathon before. I am training for Manchester in the spring. It's currently December. I'm sat in front of the tree. I've wrapped some presents for today and I'm still working. But I did realise that I didn't film a bit of an overview of my first week of training because I was waiting for this camera that I'm recording on to be delivered. So this video is going to be weeks 1 and 2, which is not what is usually going to happen. But I just want to group week 1 because I've been putting off recording it because I'm like, how do I go that far back? So I'm going to just do a quick run through of the training sessions that I did during that first week. I do have some like short reels that I posted about it, so I might put those on screen while I'm talking. But anyway, so the first week was, well, it actually started with an upper body day. So it consisted of bench press, lat pull down, Palov press, is that how you say it? That's like an anti-rotation thing on cables, gorilla rows, push press, bicep curl, overhead plate march, push-ups, some stability ball things that I will put on the screen as I am talking. They were like really hard to do. They weren't hard to do, they just felt weird, and getting on and off felt really strange in the gym. Single leg like squats using the same stability ball against the wall. Bilateral leg drops, that's like, it's like a leg drop to a jump, so like you go on your tiptoes, drop your heels and then jump straight away. It's like that quick change of direction. And standing calf raises. A little bit, it felt a little bit weird that I did a run specific an upper body training session on a marathon plan. Like that was my first day of marathon training, even though I was in the gym. Like that felt weird. But I like the idea of doing upper body on a Monday because once we get Christmas out the way, Sunday will be my usual long run day, so it's a good way to stay off my legs but still be exercising. Wednesday I did my first speed session, so my first run was my first speed session. So it was 5 minutes of zone 2 followed by 3 lots of 1 minute zone 4, 1 minute zone 2, and then it was 25 minutes in zone 4 followed by a cool down. It was okay. It wasn't like too taxing of a run, like it was good. It was the only time I was able to run fast that week as well, which we'll get onto that in a second. The day after that, was it the day after? Yeah, the day after was my first long run. 70 minutes easy run. So what I've decided to do, because it's very strict on the zone 2/3, so top of zone 2, bottom of zone 3 is where ideally I want to be for my easy runs. I decided to see how many walking breaks I would need to stay in that zone. So I'm being really strict. I'm running an experiment. What I want to see over time is the walking breaks get less and the speed get quicker. So I'm able to regulate my heart rate and it's able to stay there for longer, like over time. Obviously, the first one was a lot. We did do a lot of walking breaks. I don't know if I've recorded how many walking breaks I did. I will put the reel on actually while I'm watching it.
Being easy, so I'm making sure that I'm running this in zone 2/3. And for once in my running life, I'm going to stick to this. And if my heart rate goes above those zones, I'm going to walk until they come back down. Now, I'm as guilty as the next person seeing an easy run on the plan, going out for a run. It actually ended up being a tempo run, but my Strava still says it was an easy run. It's the runner's equivalent of ego lifting at the gym. But for this marathon, I want to be a good little runner that runs to the plan. And easy runs are meant to be easy for a reason. Easy runs help to build endurance, which is is what I'm going to need to run 26.2 miles. So I'm going to conduct a little experiment and let you know how many times I walked to keep this an easy run. Let's go. Starting the first walk early at 7.5 minutes, followed very shortly behind by 9 minutes, then 15:40. I did start walking after this, my brain just wasn't multitasking. And then we have another walk and break at 18:27, just walking until that heart rate goes back down to where we want it. And then we ended up walking again at 20:45. This was then another walk and break at the 32.5 minute mark. You can actually see it going back into the zone, so it was time to run again. But only for a couple of minutes, because then we're walking again at 34:52. And then we had another walk and break at 37 minutes. That was actually my final walk and break. There was a lot of times that it did get dangerously close to that zone 4. But I do think I found my rhythm towards the end. So that was a total of 8 walk and breaks, making my pace a lot slower than normal.
So 8 walk and breaks that took. And I think I found it really hard to regulate my heart rate, but that was because it was the first one of those runs that I'd done for this training block. I've done easy runs before, mostly when I was training for half marathon that I did. It is hard to do, and it's hard to figure out what pace that is. I think as time goes on, I'm hoping to get better at knowing that without checking my watch all the time and overshooting it. So yeah, that was the first easy one, and that was okay. It wasn't too bad. I chose a flat-ish route, which meant that there wasn't loads of walking breaks. The session after that was a lower body day, which consisted of, let me tell you, I will put the things on screen that I'm doing as well. So squats, lunges, hip thrusts, leg curls, plate snatch to knee drive. I quite like doing stuff like that. Step up to knee drive, side planks, ace skips with standing calf raises as like a bit of a superset, and then pogos. I do always feel like a little bit weird doing the run specific stuff in the gym. It is a theme. I don't know if I'll ever get used to it. I do it and I don't mind doing it. Like, I don't feel stupid, but I'm aware of people around us looking at us thinking, why are you just jumping up and down in the gym, like as if it doesn't really do anything. I don't know. Sunday was another long run, so 7.5 miles easy. Again, doing the same thing, walking where I need to, because I want to see it improve over time, and I think I'm only going to see it improve if I'm actually being strict with the rules and following them every time, if that makes sense. I'll show you the reel again.
Even if that means walking to get my heart rate where it should be. And to make sure that I don't cave to the pressure of Strava times and people in their cars seeing me walk in the rain, I am documenting this on the internet, specifically how many times I have to walk on every long run. Over time, running at that heart rate should become easier, which will mean less walking breaks and hopefully my pace increasing. Today we have 7.5 miles on the plan. To be fair, I do think I started off quite strong. And my first walk and break wasn't actually until 17 minutes, which I was quite proud of. But as you will see, there were quite a few quite close together. And just when I thought it was getting easier, it was time for a big hill. They always look smaller on camera, don't they? But actually, I made it a lot further up than I thought I would when only at the top, look. But then I think I started running too soon because I needed a walk and break again. And then another one shortly after that. I was feeling slightly deflated at this point, I'm not going to lie. I felt like my other easy long run was easier. But actually, when you compare the elevation, this was a tougher run. So obviously it's going to be harder to keep your heart rate where you want it to be. And yes, I know my Apple Watch will not be the most accurate, but zone 5 is a bit far, isn't it? What I did learn after this was if you walk for long enough to get it back into the bottom of the zone that you're meant to be running in rather than as it enters it, then it's easier to stay there. I don't know if you were counting, but that was a grand total of 16 walking breaks over 7.5 miles.
16 walking breaks and 7.5 miles. Now, it was a much bigger the elevation was bigger in that run. It was a lot more of a hilly run. My words are not wording. Yeah, I found that really frustrating because it felt like every time I'd started to go again, my heart rate was spiking. And I don't know if it was the hills or if I wasn't letting it settle back down. Because what I should have been doing, if it hit zone 4, I should have been waiting until it was at the bottom of zone 2 before I was running again. But I was starting running as soon as it was kind of entering the top end of the zone I wanted to be in. So it didn't have time to settle, if that makes sense. But yeah, that was week 1. I am going to hand you over to past me, but future me for you, to tell you about week 2, and then going forward I'll do weekly videos. Hello, excuse the state of me, I'm in the car outside the gym. I'm here to do an upper body session with a bit of like run specific stuff on the end, so like pogos and I don't know what's on it this time, like overhead plate marches and stuff like that. So there's 4 movements on the end that's like run specific stuff. I've also ran out of Monster, so I'm having to drink pre-workout. Got this free with the cup free with my headphones, so that's cool. I haven't had pre-workout for a while, and I don't love how it makes us feel, but I can't do it uncaffeinated either, so that's gonna be fun. Anyway, because I'm on my break from work, I'm gonna go into the gym. I don't think I'm gonna drink all of this, just in case I do feel a bit weird, but yeah, I will see what I can record in there. But I don't love recording at the gym. If people notice I'm recording, I feel awkward, so I try to do it on the sly, and also try not to get anyone in, because I don't know if I don't mind, but I know that people don't love being in the background of people's videos, so you know. It's a Monday. It feels like a Monday. I'm done and I'm out. I got some clips, but I don't love recording myself in the gym. Like, I feel like if people see you, they judge you. Even though, like, I'm doing it anyway, like, I shouldn't care, but I do. Gotta keep the camera straight, lass. This plan only has 2 gym sessions a week, but they are long. So I was in there for like an hour and a half, and I felt like I got through things quick, because it's quite a lot to get through. Also, when it's run specific, I do feel a bit silly in the gym, like just doing like pogo jumps. Or I didn't record this because I felt like I just wanted to get it out of the way, but like a side plank. So imagine me on the floor in a side plank with one leg up, like a clamp, like as if you were doing a clamshell, but you're in a plank, with the free hand holding the cable and doing a cable row on the floor where people are stood doing like cable exercises. So I'm just like, I have to just not give a shit, but it does feel really weird. Like, I want to be like, it's part of a running plan, like I'm not just doing random influencer stuff that I've seen on the internet, because that's, I'm sure, what it looks like, that I've just seen someone doing something and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try that. Anyway, I need to go home. I've got a long day of work to go, and I need to fit a dog walk in somewhere and eat. This is what I mean, the days are too long. The gym sessions are so long, but I hate going on a night when it's busy, so I'd rather work later than finish at 5 and have to drive here in rush hour and then it'd be busy. I think I'm going to move one of my runs to tomorrow, because I've got a bit of moving around to do this week just because of other plans that I've got going on. But yeah, I will catch up with you soon. Are you connected? Is that the... Hello? What is that? I'm just getting used to my new camera. So I'm about to go out for a run. Today is an interval run, which will be nice because the last 2 have been easy runs. And if you follow us on Instagram, you'll know that I'm trying to keep my runs super easy, which means that I have to take a lot of walking breaks because my heart rate does not want to play ball. But let me get it up, what I need to do today. So today I've got 3 minutes zone 2 to warm up, and then I've got 2 of 8 minutes zone 4, 3 minutes zone 2, which will probably be a walk. And then I've got 2 of 4 minutes zone 4, and then 2 minutes zone 2, and then 2 of 2 minutes zone 4 and 1 zone 2. I don't know if you can see that. If you can't, I will put it up on the screen. But yeah, looking forward to it. It is raining though, so I'm gonna get ready, walk the dog, and then probably have a coffee at my desk, do a little bit more work, and then head out for the run. Wish me luck. I'm actually excited to run in a little bit faster today, so that'll be fun. Just me again on, what day is it? Wednesday. I've been out with the dog. I need to go out for my run very soon. Today is an easy run, which means that I have to stay in, it's technically zone 2, but I do mine on what my Apple Watch says, zone 2 to 3, because my zone 3 on my Apple Watch is a very easy conversational pace for me, so I don't know if that's my zone 2 or what, but if I tried to run in just zone 2, I would never run. What I try to do is take a walking break in each one, figure out how many walking breaks I've done, look at my pace, and hopefully that'll get better over time. But I want to be really strict with it so I can compare it in the future, whereas if I'm just moderately strict with it, it's not like a true comparison. So as soon as I go over that zone 3 mark, I know that that's when I need to have a walk, let my heart rate come down, and then I run again. And it is frustrating because I'm more than capable to run the distance or the time that I'm out for, and you almost feel like you're holding yourself back, but I'm trying to be really on the ball with it. It is good for you. I did this kind of training when I did my last half and I ended up with a PB, so I'm hoping that for the marathon it works, but it's just making us a little bit twitchy. Like, it should be harder, but it shouldn't be harder. It's week 2. Like, I should just be having a nice old time and not trying to burn out too soon, because I've got another 18 weeks of it after this week. So, you know, I will go for a run now and I will debrief you after. I'm just about to go for my long run on a Friday, and it feels a bit weird going on a Friday, so I've been sitting thinking about the route forever, and I haven't even made my bed. I can't like decide the route that I want to go on, and it's probably going to get dark soon. I want to try some new trainers that I have. God, I'm out of breath from walking up the stairs. Also, I don't know, I think I want to try like a newish path, but it's a path and it's not a road, and you know, if you don't know if it's safe because you've never done it before and it's going to be getting dark, but also it's going to be like school finishing time, and it runs like through the middle of 2 housing estates, so I don't think it'll be that bad. I would imagine it's busy with dog walkers and people from school, so maybe like this time of day is a good time to like try that out. Also, I've just gotten this jacket from Tala. It's going to track my face, hold on, so I can't show you. From Tala. It's quite nice. It's got like really light like boning in it, and I really like that. It's also got little like holes for your thumbs, and it's really like compressive, so it feels really nice. I kind of feel like a little bit like a ninja. If I had my compressive leggings on as well, I would feel like a ninja. I need a headband. Yeah, it's 8.5 miles easy. So I think I might do that little loop I was talking about, and then just do like some up and downs on the main road near me, because it's quite a long road and it's always really busy this time of day with like, well, the time of day it'll be then with rush hour traffic, so even if it's dark it's going to be busy. Yeah. And then also if I come back to do a loop, I've got my trainers that I can switch out if my new ones are hurting. They shouldn't do if I'm just doing an easy run. It's not like I'm going all out. But you know, the new shoes, so you never know. They are the same shoes as what I normally buy, just like a new pair of them. So I might get blisters, I might not. I don't remember getting them with the ones I've got now. And I was actually marathon training then, that's how long I've had those shoes. But I did have my other pair in the car and I was swapping them in and out. I don't know if I actually needed to or if I was just trying to break them in, because I thought I was going to wear those for the marathon and I didn't end up doing it. We'll see how it goes. If I have to cut it short and come change my shoes, I'll cut it short and just do like a shorter run another week. It's that early in my training that as long as the volume's in there, I'm sure that it won't make a huge difference. So yeah, I'm going to go. Otherwise I won't end up going. So zone 2 is going to be fun. But not yesterday, whatever day it was, I managed to stick to 50 minutes in that zone 2, so let's see if what I do was good this time. I think it might have been a fluke, though, to be honest. I think it was probably a fluke, but I will see when I get back. I am back. The kitchen is a mess, so apologies for that. That actually went really well. I only had to walk twice. And for 8.5 miles, I don't think that's bad. I didn't do the route I was saying I was going to do. I did a different one. I did like a couple of loops around the canal because it's flat and it's easier to keep your heart rate when you're still struggling to keep it low. So did that. It did take us a little while. My watch actually died just as I was finishing the run, so I didn't stop it on my watch. So I'm going to plug that in and pray that it is recorded. I think it will have done. I think it's done this before. I do probably need a new one because I've had this one like 5 years, I want to say. A long time. So I'm going to plug this in and fingers crossed I'm also going to have electrolyte and a cup of coffee because my hands are freezing. But yeah, it was a really good run. Really happy with how it went, but I will report back with some stats if I can get them. What I will say is though, one thing that I'm not very good at is eating after a run, and I've only really had breakfast today, so I'm going to force myself, even though it's currently 4:30, so I'll be eating tea quite soon-ish, but like you normally, because I don't feel like eating after running, I would just not eat, but I know that that's not very good, and that's how I'm going to get injured, by not looking after myself properly. And I really need to be eating what I need to be eating. So I've got some leftover chilli, and I'm going to have that with a baked sweet potato that I'm just getting ready to put in the oven now. And that was this, it's disgusting, sorry, this was defrosting on the bench while I was out running. And I've got in and looked at it and thought, I'm not going to have that, I'm going to wait for my tea, but no, I'm going to eat it, because in 40 minutes when this is done cooking, I probably will be hungry. And if I have to eat my tea close to my dinner, tough. I've ran 8 mile. Even if it was a shuffle, I've ran 8 mile. 8.5 mile, so you've got to eat. My watch is alive. I don't know if you can, it's going to track my face so I can't show you, but we are alive. But what's it going to do? I don't know if it's going to have recorded that run. Oh. I mean, I still did it, but it's nice to have it for Strava, isn't it? I'll be so disappointed. I think it's very happy with us. It's been really... So when I go on it, it's showing my walk from when I went out with the dog. But it's all... hold on. It's just said I've done 20,000 steps. But it's like stuck on... Oh, you can't see it. On like my overview from my walk on my phone. Honestly, like running with all the technology that you have to run with is great until it decides to stop playing ball. And then you just end up devastated, don't you? Yeah, so it's got my walk. It's recorded my step count, but that comes from my phone as well, I think. I need this to not be crashed so I can add it. Oh, hold on. Total time. 2:09. So my average pace has gone down loads because of... Oh, that's annoying. Because of the... Because obviously I've been stopped for a bit, so it's still recorded that as my average pace. It's a good job I plugged it in as soon as I got in. But it will have my heart rate, so that's good. I wonder if I can crop the activity on Strava and take that bit off when I've been in the house. And now it's got 10% back, so I'm going to plug it in again. Honestly. Right, I need to get back to work anyway, because I've took an extra long lunch time to do that. Have you seen the state of the kitchen behind us? Also, this Tala jacket, it's going to track my face, is really, really good. Really enjoyed running it. It didn't like ride up or do anything weird. Kept us nice and warm. The newer version of it does have holes for your watch, which I think are really good, because I could have done with like a little peak hole for my watch, because I had one sleeve like covered with the thumb thing and then the other one like this. But yeah, buy the newer version with the watch hole if you bothered. But now, yeah, I'm gonna get going and pray that that run looks okay on Strava. I'm buzzing that I managed to keep my heart rate down. I think the cold obviously does help. But yeah, I'll see you soon, I guess. Hello, it is, what day is it? Sunday. Sunday today. It's not as late as it looks, it's only 5 o'clock. It's just because it's really dark. I feel like it's a lot later than that though, because of the day I've had. I've not really done that much. I've been to watch my boyfriend today competing in a deadlift competition, so that's took up most of my day, and then it's took everything in us to get out to the gym today. If I could have had today as a rest day and there was another day left in the week, I don't think I would be here right now. But today I have, let's get up on the phone, we're doing a leg day with some run specific stuff on the end of it. So I have squats. There's quite a lot. There's like 4 sets, but like 3 sets for like your warm up, so a lot of squats there. Suitcase, front rack step up and knee drive. That is a mouthful, it looks like. I wonder if I can show you. Looks like this. Some of those. Hip thrusts, tempo leg press. I do love a leg press, and I haven't done them for a while, so that'll be nice. Monster walks, which is basically just with a band going sideways. I'll record bits, but I'm not taking this camera in the gym. I'll record bits slyly on my phone. I'm still not ready to look like someone that's filming in the gym. I like to do it on the slide. Single leg deadlift, love those, so I've got a few of those to do. That's it for like the lower bit, and then the run specific bit is cable knee drives. So that's like in a plank with your foot, one of the cables is attached to your foot, and you like bring your knee up to your chest. I'm glad the gym's quiet because I hate doing stuff like this where the gym's busy. Half kneeling inline chop, so that'll be with the cables as well. That'll be like a core thing. Calf raises and box high knee drives, followed by step down to pogo hop. So those box high knee drives are these. If it's just gonna move there. Get some power from those. And then these pogo hops as well. Which, if you don't do running training, you've probably never seen people doing that, and because it's just a commercial gym, I feel like people like look at you funny when you're doing like pogos and stuff in the gym. And I will get over that, I suppose. I'll get over that quicker than I would get over taking a camera in, that is for sure. But I'm gonna go in and get it done, hopefully get it out of the way quite quickly. I'm knackered, I'm shattered. I think this week's been difficult because I've had other things to plan my training around, and I suppose on the lead up to Christmas that's gonna be how it is until January probably now, so it'll be interesting, but I'm glad I've managed to fit it all in still. I feel like I've done well to fit it in, so I am gonna finish my monster and I will record some stuff in the gym and I'll see you in there. But just know that I'm not feeling it, the motivation isn't there. I'm here because I have to be. But I am proud of that, so I'm gonna drink some more of this, get in there, get it done, get home to my dog, because I'm ready for doing nothing on the sofa for the rest of the day. I'll see you in a bit. I'm done. I was in there for, I don't know if you can see, 2 hours. I'm gonna end that actually. It was really good. I actually really enjoyed it. My knee, so I did some squats and I don't squat heavy anymore. I mean, I've never been like super strong, but I used to be like stronger than I am in a squat now. And I thought I'm gonna try 50. So I did 50, it felt good, sent it to my boyfriend, was like, oh, I've put 50 on. Like, recorded myself, obviously, because I'm recording myself anyway. And he was like, if you listen to that with sound, I'm gonna play it to you now with sound. Fucking disgusting. Sorry to swear. That's my knee making that noise. That click is my knee. That's ridiculous. And then like, so my knee was fine, it felt fine, and then since he'd said that, it kind of made us feel like my knee hurt, and I don't know if my knee does hurt, or if I just think it does. I did used to get it back. If anything goes wrong with me, it's my left side every time. And that knee does swell up sometimes, and it is a little bit swollen, but I mean, I did loads of like, I mean, you'll see, loads of like stuff, loads of like jumping. So that's obviously why, but yeah, really enjoyed it. Didn't mind bouncing around in the gym. Like, do these like step down to a pogo, and it's like your reaction, isn't it? It's like you bounce off the floor after hitting the floor, which is obviously what you do when running, isn't it? So it's like practicing that. And normally I get loads of funny looks doing that, but I didn't feel too bad because there was a lad in there that started doing it straight after I did it. I did feel a bit weird doing the stuff with the cables, like the plank thing, but I always do. Just is what it is. It's a commercial gym, and I think if you're doing stuff that's like the stabilising running kind of stuff, people just don't get it. People don't, and it's fine. Why, like, I don't get everything I see everyone doing, and I don't think twice about it, but I don't know, sometimes I just feel a little bit weird. And because I'm in there with makeup on, because I couldn't be bothered to take it off before I went, I don't want people to be like, oh, look at her thinking she's dead cool, when really I'm struggling to do these, like, run specific things and checking to see if I'm doing them right all the time. My boyfriend has ordered pizza, so I'm gonna drive home, have a quick shower, stuff my face with pizza. It's been a good day. It's been a long day. I didn't realise I'd feel so tired after watching that deadlift competition. I don't know if it's just because I wasn't moving and because I knew I had stuff to do. But I really enjoyed that. I mean, it's a pity I'm training for a marathon, or I might have been tempted, but maybe in another life. I've got another 18 weeks of marathon training to go first. I'll probably finish this video off and get it uploaded. I am going to try and get them up every week. The first couple of weeks have been a bit funny because I was waiting to get this camera because my phone storage is always full, so at least I've got this. If I bring this, I can update you on this little camera that I've got, so that'll be good. I think that's it. I am going to drive home and eat pizza. It's a good job it's December. In January I am going to eat less shit, but I'm not going to deprive myself at the minute. Plus he's just in a deadlift competition. If I just ran a race, I'd be asking to order donuts and a takeaway as well, so tonight is his choice. I'll catch up with you soon.